We are live from the Shakopee Ice Arena, Shakopee, Minnesota. We have some Minnesota State High School hockey action. It is the home team, the Shakopee Sabers, playing hosts to the visitors. They are the Chanhassen Storm. So, being only the Minnesota River Valley away, so many storylines here, so many summer teammates, summer friends, former classmates. Last year, when these two squads faced off, it was a battle to the end. Sabres pulled out the victory in overtime on a last-minute goal from Fletcher Reinhardt. So let's get the party started. Starting up front for the Sabres, the junior number 17, Dylan Schmitz, will take the face-off. He wins the draw to sophomore number 4, Carter Wagner. Back to Schmitz. Playing in through the junior defenseman, number 15, Fletcher Reinhardt. In net for the Sabres, the sophomore, number 1, the man in black, Logan Avery. And up front for the Sabres, number 29, Nathan Heilman, who breaks free. Heilman in the clear, and he gets tied up on the way and into the wall. We get a whistle. No arm is raised, so referee saw it clean tie-up. So 31 seconds into the first period, Sabres are going to change up all 4. 13, Evan Radke on the wing with Krisak at center, along with Nelson. Radke slides it over to Gaston. Gaston and Tolanen back on D. In the corner, Radke looking for options. Slides it to Krisak. Krisak shot on goal. That comes out to the wing for Gaston. Gaston rolls it down low. Out to the point. Tolanen keeps it in deep. Into the corner goes Nelson. Nelson. Good to see you. And that comes out, and we've got bounced up into the Chan bench. So the Sabres will have an offensive zone draw with 13:51 remaining. It's Schmitz, Dornbos, and Yzerman up front now for the Sabres, with Reinhardt and Wagner back on D. Comes out to the point. Wagner. Actually, that's Reinhardt. Deflects it back in deep. Storm will try to escape out the near side, and they will. Reinhardt, last man back. Ties the puck up into the corner. Picked up by Chan. They try the wraparound. No dice. Yzerman flips it out. Reinhardt picks it up, slides it ahead, out of the zone, neutral zone. Now comes back to Wagner. Wagner looks at options. Gets it to the red line, and he puts it deep in the zone while the Sabres are going to change. Deposits it. Now comes around the boards for Heilman. Heilman rings it around the boards the other way, comes loose to Hensley. Hensley puts it down low. Heilman will be the first one to it. They redirect it down for Krisak. Now pops out for Tolanen. Tolanen at the top of the zone. Brings it back down deep. Comes out to Carlson. That Kevin Carlson, what a heck of a player. Feeds it in front. Heilman had 2 whacks at it. Rings it around the boards where Carlson picks it up. Carlson working from the half wall out to the point for Hensley. Hensley down to Krisak. Krisak working out of the corner with Carlson in support. Carlson, stick handling out of the phone booth. Carlson makes a move towards the net. Gets his stick lifted. Now back down below in the red line. Wrapped around for Hensley. Hensley at the top of the zone, evades one. A lot of good offensive zone time there for the Sabres. Now they send it down, and that is an icing on the Storm. The Sabers will have another offensive zone draw with 11:33 remaining here in this first period. So Sabers with a couple of good looks at the net off the stick of the big man, number 21, Heilman. Now it's Schmitz, Radke, and Nelson up front with Wagner and Reinhardt back on D. Puck does slide out to neutral ice. Now it's Chan carrying in. They get a look at the net. Avery, light work. Puck out front. Deflected out to the top of the zone. Now it's Reinhardt in transition. Reinhardt tries to slide it in front, but that rolls on net as it got deflected, and we'll get a whistle with 10:52 remaining. Sabres will get an offensive zone draw. Coach likes the 5 they've got out there, so they'll keep all 5 Sabres out. Nope, now they're going to change them up. 3 new forwards in for the Sabres. Now it's Krisak, Dornbos, Yzerman with Wagner and Reinhardt back on D. Storm will try to escape out the near side. I don't like their chances as Krisak, Yzerman are there. They flip it high over right onto the tape of Wagner. Wagner stretch pass, finds a soft seam. Reinhardt intercepts, feeds it to Yzerman. Yzerman gets it into the zone. Sabres set up their forecheck. Dornbos in the corner. Ring around the boards to the other side where Wagner is there. Reinhardt is there. He drops it down low. Now Wagner on this side will put it down low as well. And the Storm send it out. Will that be on net? It will hit the post. Avery was watching that one like a hawk, so no icing on the Storm as that one didn't cross the second red line. Shot low and hard. Avery saw it all the way in and put a glove on it. So Sabres switch it up. Now it's Schmitz, Heilman, and Carlson with Gaston and Tolanen back on D. Stretch pass onto the tape of Carlson into the zone. Carlson feeds it back to Schmitz. Schmitz rifles one through the blue paint. Comes out for Tolanen. Heilman tries to hold it in, but rolls off his stick. Gaston last man back in the 2-on-1 scenario. Shot in on Avery. Big save by Logan Avery. Biggest save of the game so far. Now Gaston looks up ice. He lays it off the boards onto the stick of Carlson. Carlson feeds it ahead for Heilman, and the Sabres were offsides. 9:05 remaining. We'll have a neutral zone draw. It'll be Schmitz, Carlson, Heilman, Wagner, and Reinhardt. Schmitz on the draw. Schmitz taps it back for Wagner. Wagner puts it in deep. Comes loose for Reinhardt. Reinhardt slides it over to Wagner. Wagner on the top of the circle. He'll shoot. That shot went off of Heilman, and that had to hurt. Wagner puts some mustard on that one, and Heilman limping his way back to the bench. Reinhardt collects the puck in the D zone. Chan works it from low to high, D to D pass, top of the circles. Shot through traffic, deflected off a stick, and goes high up into the rafters, bounces off the netting and back into play, but referee, with their keen vision, noticed that this one is out of play. So the Sabres will have a defensive zone draw. Now it's Krisak, Radke, Nelson up front with Wagner and Reinhardt back on D. Krisak on the draw. Pops loose. Radke looks up ice. Flips it off the boards. Does come out of the zone. So Krisak picks it up. Tries to feed it ahead for Nelson. Broken up. Radke in the corner with Nelson in support. Comes over to the near side. In the corner, Krisak, Wagner, Radke. Ultimately, Reinhardt who picks it up, and he looks for options. Picks up speed. Feeds it ahead to Nelson. Nelson deposits it in the offensive zone. Radke pressures as the Sabres are changing behind. Comes out to neutral zone. Tolvanen battling for it in front of the Storm bench. Flips out to the near side where Wagner picks it up. Wagner lifts it to neutral ice, but intercepted by the Storm. Comes back for Tolvanen. Tolvanen working from behind his net. Tolvanen leaves it for his center man, Schmitz. Schmitz gets pinned up against the boards, scoots out front. Avery has to make a kick save, and the second one trickles out front. And Chanhassen, they blocked one but not two. And Chan leads 1-0 with 6:46 left in the first. So Sabres trail 1-0, a little bit more than halfway through the first period. Next up for the Sabres is Krisak, Carlson, Nelson, Hensley, and Reinhardt. Comes loose to Reinhardt. Reinhardt feeds it for Hensley. Hensley puts up for Krisak. Krisak moves it down for Carlson. Carlson into the corner. Pops loose for Reinhardt. Reinhardt back to Nelson. Nelson deposits it into the offensive zone. Carlson pinches up against the boards behind the net. Storm try to stretch pass. But now Nelson working from behind the net. Rings it back around the boards. Carlson into the corner. Carlson pinched off the puck, waiting for help. Help comes, but from the wrong jersey color. And the Storm escape to center ice. Through center ice. Krisak lays body. Now Hensley into the corner. His stick goes flying. He'll need to come back as and Storm sends it down. Reinhardt chases. This will give the Sabres a chance to regroup. Reinhardt. Stick handles around 1, around 2, around 3, around 4. 200-foot player to that Fletcher Reinhardt. Now it scoops out. Radke holds it in at the point, and he'll make his way towards the zone. Feeds it over to Schmitz. Schmitz rings it around the board. Sabres change in. Comes loose to Tolvanen. Tolvanen works it down for Radke. Radke battles at the top of the circle. Tolvanen holds the puck in. Now over to Radke. Radke taps it ahead into the corner. Radke working from behind the net. Feeds it out front for Schmitz. Schmitz puts a backhand shot on goal. Second backhand shot goes wide into the corner. Puck escapes to neutral ice. High. Dornbos under it. Now Chan carries into the zone. Top of the zone. Dornbos fronts. Now Radke on the puck. And he's looking to get off for a change. So he gains the red line and finally deposits it so he can get off for a change. Krisak pressures. Wagner battles for it, taps it up to neutral ice. Chen tries to regroup, and they'll try Wagner's side again. Wagner lays body. Tolvanen overskates, but picked up by the Sabres, comes back out. Now Krisak picks up speed. Blue line, red line, blue line goes Colton Krisak. Krisak spins away from pressure. Now he'll feather it down deep for Yzerman. Yzerman lays it back for Krisak. Krisak down to Carlson. Back to Hensley at the top of the point. Krisak at the top of the zone will feed it from low to high into the opposite corner. Yzerman battling in the corner. And Carlson helping. Comes Hensley, deep pinch, feeds it out front, and Storm send it down. Will this one be on net again? Nope, icing waved off. Avery plays it to Krisak. Krisak slides it cross ice. Now it comes loose. Same story, different end of the ice. Storm have to play it. They play it off the glass, but it takes an awkward carom. Yzerman redirects it into the corner. Trevor Yzerman playing with a lot of confidence here in this game so far. Chan lays it high. Hensley tries to put a stick on it. Fed out front, comes out to the point. They'll shoot through traffic. Avery makes the first save and the second save. And we get a whistle at 2:19. Sabres off a defensive zone draw. All right, next five up for the Sabres. Schmitz will take the draw. He's got Radke and Nelson. Stretch past to Nelson. Nelson needs to get on his horse, and he does, trying to feed it out front. Radke crashing the net, but broken up effectively by the Storm. Wagner feeds it back in. Sabres tag up. Schmitz first to take action on redirecting it. We got an arm in the air, and I think we're going to get a penalty on, I think they're calling too many men. Nope, it's tripping on Schmitz. Sorry. So 1:51 remaining in the first period. Sabres trail by a goal. They're also now down a man. As number 17, Dylan Schmitz, gets on the scorer's table sheet. A 2-minute minor for tripping. Penalty killers out for the Sabres. It's Reinhart, Carlson, Krisak, and Wagner. Shot through traffic. First save made by Avery. Rebound collected second by the Storm. Another save by Avery. Carlson sprawls out. Now comes to Wagner in the corner. Wagner flanked by two navy blue sweaters. Chan holds it into the zone. Krisak being bothersome at the half wall. Now down below the net. Rung around the boards. Krisak will send it down. And if Chanhassen wants to score with less than a minute left in the period, they're going to have to go 200 feet. Carlson bothering the Storm. And we get a whistle as pressure was put on the puck holder right at the blue line, and that skated the Storm into an offside position. 43 seconds remaining in the first period. Now it's Radke, Nelson, Tolonen, and Gaston looking to close out this period for the Sabres. Nelson to take the draw. Storm control out to neutral ice. Puck comes in. Tolonen sees it all the way. Sends it back out. That zone entry had return to sender written on it. Now Storm send it down, and I don't know how that wasn't icing, but it wasn't whistled as icing. Radke into the corner, riding his man down. Radke tips it off the boards to himself. Radke walking in with Nelson with him, and he'll shoot. And that is a good shorthanded opportunity for the Sabres, but when he shoot it at their belly button, not going to get too many goals that way. 12 seconds remaining. Krisak, Carlson, Tolanen, and Gaston. Krisak to take the draw. Chan controls. They're going to try to stretch this around the far side. It tips under the skates and stick of Gaston in deep. Now Gaston collects in the corner. And we get the buzzer sounds, and that is the end of the first period. Sabers trail 1-0. Shots on goal in that first period. 9 for the Storm, 6 for the Sabers. So 8 saves in net for Logan Avery. Sabers will carry 9 seconds of a penalty kill into the second period. We will reset and be back with you after this first intermission. right back to hockey action, second period. Sabres are on the penalty kill for another 9 seconds. Some new sweaters on the ice for the Sabres. Number 10, the senior Jack Moe. And a quick save by Avery. That little face-off draw win by the Storm and shot on goal did kill off the Sabre penalty. Now it's Schmitz, Moe, Carlson, Wagner, and Reinhardt. Jack Moe carries it up, gets poke checked, scoots loose for Wagner. Wagner feeds it ahead. Now Wagner looks for options. He'll slide it over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt with some open space. Cross ice pass intercepted. Rolls down under the skates of Wagner. Wagner goes around one, goes around two, feeds it to Moe. Moe slides it across for Reinhardt. Reinhardt across the red line, across the blue line. Fletcher Reinhardt carrying in. From the sharp angle, tries to feed it to Schmitz out front. Save made by the netminder. Now fed out front. Good to see Nathan Heilman back out on the ice after taking a puck blast from Wagner. But his backhand goes up into the netting, and Sabres will now have an offensive zone draw with 13:55. They still trail by a goal. Krisak, Radke, Heilman, Tolonen, and Gaston out for the Sabres. Tolonen at center ice. Chan carries in, fed out front, into the skates. Comes out to neutral ice. Krisak pressures. Tip down for Tolonen, over to Gaston. Gaston lays it off the glass, no touches. Icing waved off. Puck in deep. Wrapped around the boards. Heilman lays it off for Krisak. Krisak carries into the zone. Now comes up loose for Heilman. Heilman's shot on goal saved. Comes out for Tolonen. Tolonen top of the circle. Carries in. Leaves it for Heilman. Heilman puts it towards the net. Pops over the top of the crossbar. In the corner, Jackson Tolonen. Nathan Heilman battling for it. Comes loose. Chan's shot, kick save. Reinhardt picks it up, looks up ice. Reinhardt carries into the zone. Flipped on net. Kick save by Avery. Flipped out. Slides out of the zone. Comes loose for Reinhardt. Reinhardt, stretch pass to Yzerman. Yzerman, blue line. Across in the zone. Sabres are getting a change. Dornbos on. Broken stick by Yzerman. That'll cost him. Stretch pass into the skates of Moe. Moe kicks it on net. And we get a whistle. Sabres have an offensive zone draw with 11:40 remaining. Yzerman's broken stick walked back to the bench. Next up for the Sabres is Schmitz, Moe, Carlson, Tolonen, and Hensley. Storm flip it high into the rafters, and it bounces off the rafters. That's a lofty task. No pun intended. Same five up for the Sabres. Schmitz will take the draw. One cleanly to Moe. Moe puts it towards the net, but wide. Storm will try to escape out the far side, and they do, but quickly intercepted by Schmitz. Stretch pass broken up by Hensley. Squirts loose down to Tolanen. Tolanen picks up speed. Slides it over to Mo. Mo across the blue line. Leaves it for Carlson. Carlson feeds it ahead to Mo. Mo gets a flip on it. Schmitz wraps it around the boards. Back behind the net for Carlson. Puck slides under the stick of Tolanen. Comes down for Hensley. Everybody changing. Stretch pass. Carlson feeds it into the zone for Krisak. Heilman behind the net. They feed it out to the point, but it goes under the skate of Hensley. Slides all the way down. Avery leaves it for Wagner. Wagner from behind the net. Goes around one. Stretch pass to Krisak. Intercepted by the Storm. They ring it back in the zone for Hensley. Hensley back to Wagner. Wagner from behind the net. Puts it back up for Hensley. Hensley leaves it for Radke. Radke moves it up ice. He gets poke checked. Turned over. Now it's Storm the other way. Reinhardt jumps into the offensive pressure. Reinhardt slides it across. Toe save. Redirected back down low by Nelson. Stretch pass intercepted by Wagner. Turned over. Storm the other way. Wagner flips it ahead for Radke. Radke moves it over for Yzerman. Yzerman walking in. He'll shoot. No goal. Now Nelson kicks it into the zone. Puck goes in deep. Nelson chases it. Leaves it in the corner. Flipped out to neutral ice. Dornbos redirects it back in the zone. Now it comes back out the other direction. Hops over Tolanen's stick, so he'll chase it down behind the net. Tolanen working from behind the net. Leaves it for Reinhardt, who bounces it off the boards to neutral ice. Back to Reinhardt. Over to Tolanen. Tolanen lays it off the boards for Yzerman. Feeds it into the zone for Schmitz, but that pass gets intercepted. Now Tolanen on the puck will flip it into the zone. Carlson will skate under it. They ring it around the boards. Carlson feeds it out front. Yzerman right there. Yzerman one chance, two chances, and it flips over the board. Outside the bar, now it's in. Wow! The puck was playing pinball. It went off the back, over the net, back in front, off the back of the goalie, and in. And ultimately, Dylan Schmitz going through the line will pick up the goal for the Sabers. That is why you spend pucks and bodies to the net. Good things ensue. 8:03. Sabers have left in the second. Sabers have tied it up. Schmitz on the draw. Carlson and Mo to his left and right. Wagner and Reinhardt back on D. So Yzerman and Carlson pick up the assist, and we get a whistle as this puck popped. It was either offsides or it went into the Saber bench. Looks like it went into the Saber bench, so neutral zone draw for the Sabers. Same five out. It's Schmitz, Carlson, Mo, Wagner, and Reinhardt. Schmitz will take the draw. They feed it ahead for Mo. Mo looking for space. Rolls the puck down low. Fed out front. Reinhardt pinches, hops his stick. Mo chases with Wagner in support. Mo lays it behind the boards out to the half wall, picked up by the Storm, up to the top of the zone, comes in onto the tape of Reinhardt. Reinhardt feeds it ahead for Mo. Mo across the red line, across the blue line. Here's Jack Mo walking in. He shoots wide. Comes out to the top of the zone, picked up by Krisak. Now Carlson battling for it on the far side of the zone. Running back around the boards, but Highland picks it up. He feeds it back out front. Puck on a tee. There in front. Krisak puts it back towards the front of the net. And Storm will send it down. Will this be on net? I think it will. Avery plays it. Leaves it for Wagner. Wagner stretch pass. Hits the stick of Radke. Radke tips it into the zone. Comes out for Krisak. Krisak tried to feed it a D-to-D pass. Tolanen retreats, picks up the pass, gets it for Radke. Radke slides it ahead for Krisak. Now the Storm in transition, they carry in. Hensley and Tolanen back. They're going to walk right in. Nobody putting a body on the man walking right down Broadway. Radke feeds it ahead for Heilman. Heilman one-on-one. Heilman walking in, shoots. Blockered into the corner. Now comes loose for Heilman. Heilman will skate it back out of the zone. Now the Sabres will need to tag up. And they are still offsides because Heilman slid into the zone. Hook off the backboards. Ahead for Wagner. Wagner toe drags out of the zone. There's Wagner walking through the zone. He's got Yzerman. Yzerman will feed it ahead. Radke tries to get a stick on it. Radke leaves it for Yzerman. Comes out to the top of the zone for Wagner. Wagner puts it towards the net. And we get a whistle as that one gets gobbled up. 5:14 remaining. Sabres will have an offensive zone draw in this 1-1 game. It's Nelson, Dornbos, Yzerman, Wagner, Reinhardt. Nelson to take the draw. Reinhardt, last man back. Separates skater from puck. Chanhassen works him from low to high. Shot through traffic right into Avery. And we get a whistle. I think we're getting a penalty coming up. Trying to see who they're going to take. Looks like it's a penalty on the Sabres for roughing. Reinhardt's going to the box, 2 minutes for roughing. So 4:57 remaining. It's a minor penalty on number 15, Fletcher Reinhardt, for roughing. Sabres are on the penalty kill. Penalty killers are Carlson, Moe, Wagner, and Gaston. Chan inching their way closer. They shoot, blocked by Moe behind the red line. Rebound collected by the Storm. Now back to the top of the zone. Shot through traffic. Goes off the shoulder of Avery behind the net. Shot. Goes high and wide. Pass intercepted or ticked by Carlson. Now Wagner off the other direction. A feed ahead for Moe. Moe walking in, gets his stick lifted, gets a shot on net. Moe tried to move it back and does to Carlson. 54 seconds left in the Sabre penalty kill. Tolanen flips it to neutral ice, and that rolls in. Schmitz waits to tag up, but I guess the referee said he didn't wait quite long enough. Schmitz fires it up the far side wall. Now goes back for Tolanen, and he'll put a 9-iron on it. Feeds it ahead for Carlson. Carlson with a shorthanded opportunity. Carlson shoots, he scores. Gavin Carlson. The shorthanded goal for the Sabres. What a feed ahead from Jackson Tolanen. Find Carlson. who is lurking. And the Storm lost track of number 32. You lose track of number 32. That guy, Gavin Carlson, he's one heck of a player. He'll make you pay. Sabers pick up a shorthanded goal. Now lead 2-1. 27 seconds remaining here in the Saber penalty kill. Schmitz, Gaston, Radke, and Wagner out to kill the remainder of this penalty for the Sabers. The Chanhassen netminder needs to replay his gear, so there's a little delay on the ice as they look to drop the puck. Schmitz will take the draw. Comes loose for Gaston. Gaston flips it back to Wagner. Wagner flips it in. Schmitz giving pressure. Now the Storm working it from behind the net. They work it out to the top of the zone. They'll shoot from the dot. Blockered away by Avery. Another save by Avery. Sabres back to full strength. Block shot by Radke. Wagner flings it around the boards, top of the zone, but not out. Now Chan from the dot. Didn't quite get all of that one as it was broken up by Wagner. Gaston gets it to neutral ice. They'll flip that one all the way on net. Avery will cover, waiting for a Storm player to get close. 2:04 remaining. Sabres lead by 1. And now they have a defensive zone draw. Next 5 up for the Sabres. It's Krisak, Moe, Carlson, Tolanen, and Reinhardt. Now Krisak across the red line, across the blue line. Scoots loose for Reinhardt. Reinhardt puts it deep in the zone. Storm try to send it back out. Carlson lays body. Pops loose for Krisak. Krisak gets poke checked. And Storm will send it all the way down. Arm is in the air for icing. And that is the call. 1:18 remaining. Sabres will have an offensive zone draw, leading by 1. Second period goals by Dylan Schmitz and Gavin Carlson have gotten us to this result. Nelson will take the draw. He's got Yzerman and Dornbos to his left and right. Reinhardt and Tolanen back on D. This pops loose for Dornbos. Dornbos rolls it down low. Yzerman will get to it first. Storm try to escape on the near side, and they do. But Reinhardt is there to meet them just outside the zone. Nelson looks for options. Stretch pass far side, Dornbos. Dornbos leaves it for Yzerman. Yzerman, he tries to thread it through to the front of the net. Puck loose in front, picked up by the Storm. Now they're in transition. Tolanen slides it over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt back to Tolanen. Tolanen, stick handles this way. Goes blue line, red line, blue line. Here comes number 16, Jackson Tolanen. He feeds it out front. Intercepted by the Storm. Now picked up by Reinhardt, and he fires it towards the net. No, that was Dornbos. Top of the zone, Tolanen with Schmitz in support. Schmitz picks it up in neutral ice. Feeds it ahead for Radke. Radke puts it ahead for Yzerman. And the Storm will send it down, but not before the clock expires. Sabers lead 2-1 going into the second intermission. We'll be back in about We are back for the third period. Sabers skate back out onto the ice, followed by the Chanhassen Storm. Just a quick look at the scoreboard. So about even in the shot category. Sabers lead by 1. Also, Sabers lead by 1 in the goal category. 2-1 Sabers after 2. Shot 16-14. Logan Avery in net through 2 periods, 14 saves. Sabers get their last minute instructions from head coach Barbara Kubish, Jordan Roller. Avery heads back to the net, looking to close things out for the Sabers. And for the Sabers, they'll come out first with Schmitz, Heilman, and Moe, Reinhardt, and Tolanen. So an upperclassman heavy first line out for the Sabers. 15 minutes on the clock. Cage doors are closed. Let's do this hockey. Schmitz on the draw. Schmitz wins the draw back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt from behind his own net. Feeds it up for Heilman. Top of the zone. Kept in. Schmitz gets it up to Moe. Moe moves the puck ahead. Stretch pass onto the tape of Moe. Moe knifes his way into the zone. Comes loose for Tolanen. Tolanen goes around 1, goes around 2. Schmitz there to help. And they'll send it down, and we get an icing on the Storm with 4:15 remaining. Next 5 out for the Sabres. Now it's Krisak, Carlson, Radke up front. Hensley and Gaston back on D. Squirts out for Hensley. Hensley moves it to Gaston. Gaston will shoot through traffic. That goes wide. Carlson on the puck. He rolls it down low for Radke. Radke from behind the net. Now the Storm escape. Radke on the back check. He'll carry through neutral ice. Blue line, red line, blue line goes Radke. From a sharp angle, he'll shoot. That gets deflected wide. Krisak rolls it down low for Carlson. Carlson working from behind the net. Flipped out high and deep. And that should go down for an icing, and it does. 13:30 remaining. Offensive zone draw coming for the Sabres. Now it's Nelson, Dornbos, Geiserman up front. Tolanen and Reinhardt back on D. Nelson on the draw. He wins it to Dornbos. Dornbos shot through traffic. Gets deflected in front into the far side. Storm. Feed it through. Tolanen swats it away. Back in. Down low. Puck into the corner for Dornbos. Dornbos feeds it ahead. Geiserman collects it center ice. Carries into the zone. Poke checked. Now lifted to center ice. Tolanen will chase that one down. Icing waved off. Tolanen plays the puck. Works it from behind his own net. Tolanen picks up speed. And he'll thread it ahead. Try to get it to Geiserman. And we get an icing call on the Sabres as Tolanen's pass came from the wrong side of the red line. Sabres will have a defensive zone draw. 12:49 remaining. Next 5 up for the Sabres. Now it's Schmitz, Moe, Heilman, Tolonen, and Reinhardt. Puck rung around the boards, top of the zone. Squirts loose. Tolonen ties up his man. Puck picked up by Reinhardt. Reinhardt moves it ahead for Mo. Mo across the red line, across the blue line. Jack Mo gets the puck in deep. Comes to the top of the zone. Tolonen back to Mo. That rolls off his blade. Back to neutral ice. 2-on-2 hockey. Feathered ahead into the corner. Reinhardt gets to it first. Comes loose for Mo. Mo moves it ahead for Heilman. Hensley evades one. Moves it to the other side. Comes to Schmitz. Schmitz tries to knife his way through traffic. Picked up by the Storm. Comes loose for Carlson. Carlson feeds it to the far side. Hensley picks it up. Hensley moves it ahead for Radke. Radke bumped off his skates. Now Carlson at the half wall. Gets broken up. That shot goes high and wide. Puck squirts loose out front. Right down Broadway. Shot low and hard. Avery up to the task. Now picked up by Krisak. Krisak crosses the red line, crosses the blue line. Puts the shot towards the net. Blocker save. Radke in the corner. Moves it to Krisak. Krisak puts it out front. Carlson out there. Carlson looking for his second of the game. He'll put it off the skates of the referee. Radke picks it up, puts it on the tape of Tolonen. Tolonen will shoot. Blocked on the way in. Picked up by Radke. Radke looking for options. Moves it back for Krisak. Krisak's shot saved. Now Krisak in the corner. Carlson there to help. And the Storm will send it down. That should be icing. And it is. Offensive zone draw for the Sabres with 10:26 remaining. Now it's Schmitz, Nelson, Yzerman, Reinhardt, and Tolonen. Schmitz will take the draw. Wins it cleanly back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt, top of the circle, shot through traffic. Loose puck in front. Scoots out to Tolonen. Picked up by Reinhardt. Nelson holds it in the zone. Dornbos redirects it down low. Comes out for Tolonen. Tolonen leaves it for Schmitz over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt's shot gets blocked. And the Storm send it out to neutral ice where Tolonen is there to redirect it. Shot to the far side. Tolonen wisely lets it go into the corner. Nelson out to the point to challenge for it. Reinhardt chops the puck free and begins his drive up the ice. Reinhardt around one, and we get a whistle as Reinhardt checked his speed right as he was entering the zone, and it pushed Schmitz off sides. Neutral zone draw for the Sabres, 9:26 remaining. Mo, Carlson, Heilman, Gaston, and Hensley. Hensley redirects it back down low. Heilman from behind the net tries to feed Mo out front. That pass gets broken up. Now Hensley and Mo, Heilman and Mo on the far wall. Storm come out with it. Gaston from behind his own red line. Nice back check by Jack Mo to assist. Puck back around for Hensley. Hensley from behind the net. He lays it off the glass, off the boards. Fed ahead for Carlson. Carlson into the zone. Gaston puts it back down in. Sabres will tag up and begin their forecheck. Mo holds it in the zone. But Storm skate it back out. Fed towards the net. Avery makes one save. Now Tolanen into the corner, lowers the shoulder, grabs the puck, flips it high, stays in play. Carlson skating under it. Flipped out for Reinhart. Reinhart backhand pass to Krisak. Krisak, nice pass catch. Leaves it for Carlson. Carlson feeds it for Reinhart. And Storm will send it all the way down for an icing. 7:32 remaining. Third period, just about half over. Sabres holding on to a 1-goal lead. Now it's up front for the Sabres. It's Schmitz, Dornbos, Radke, and on D it's Reinhart and Hensley. Schmitz will take the draw. They flip it out for Reinhart. Reinhart kicks it into the zone. Steps again, holds it in the zone. Pays the price for it, but ultimately keeps the puck in the zone. Sabres keep it rolling. Reinhart still holds the puck in the zone. Now it's picked up by Schmitz. Chan down behind the net. Hensley, backhand pass, intercepted by the Storm. Now Dornbos loses an edge. Shot through traffic, picked up by Avery, rolling puck, and Avery is able to put a full glove on it, freeze the puck. Sabres have a defensive zone draw. Now it's Krisak, Mo, and Heilman up front with Gaston and Hensley back on D. Krisak will take the draw. Storm control it out to the top. Kick save by Avery. Now Mo in transition. Here goes blue line, red line, feeds it ahead. Krisak threads it across for Heilman. Heilman's shot rolls just wide. Avery leaves it for Gaston. Gaston feeds it ahead for Krisak. Krisak accelerates out of the zone. Cross ice pass Heilman. Heilman into the zone. Feathers it out front. Mo tries to get it back to Heilman, but feeds it back out to the top of the zone for Tolanen. Back to Mo. Mo chopping some salad. Leaves it for Gaston. Gaston will shoot through traffic. Try to hit Krisak on the back door. Comes loose for Tolanen. Tolanen steps up. Now it's Heilman and Gaston back for the Sabres as the Storm will ring it around the boards. Tolanen with a chance. He goes against the grain, feeds it back for Schmitz. Schmitz deposits it into the zone. Nelson on to challenge for it. Kicked ahead for the Storm. Schmitz intercepts it, walks it in himself. Schmitz has Nelson with him. Nelson crashing towards the net, gets tied up. Now the puck behind the net. Nelson still battling for it. Leaves it for Schmitz. Schmitz tried to put it up to the top of the zone, but it rolls all the way down for Avery. Avery moves it to Reinhart. Reinhart rings it around the boards for Nelson. Nelson ahead for Schmitz. Schmitz into the zone, gets poke checked. Now Storm off the other direction. And we get a whistle here. I think they're going to say it's offsides. So 4:42 remaining. Sabres lead by 1. Next up for the Sabres, it's Krisak, Dornbos, Radke, Hensley, and Gaston. We get an offsides whistle. Storm are offsides. They'll reset. summer teammates facing off against each other, 13 against 13. Palmquist and Radke. Flipped ahead, Krisak with a chance. Krisak taps it ahead, loses an edge, and he'll draw the foul. Krisak trying to make a play on the puck. Defenseman not. So 4:27 remaining. Chanhassen Storm player number 37 on the roster, Drew Lindell, will go to the box. And the Sabres are going on the power play. So now it's Krisak, Heilman, and Carlson, with Reinhardt and Tolonen back on D. Oh, they're going to take two. Now, I can't tell, but this might have been a bench minor as well. Number 10 will go to the box as well. So there was some chirping from the Chanhassen bench, and it looks like we're going to have a 5-on-3. So a 10-minute minor, bench minor, also assessed to the Storm. So 2 minutes of a 5-on-3 for the Sabres. And the Storm start off this 5-on-3 by sending it all the way down. Carlson feeds it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt from the circle. Gets it to Krisak. Krisak over to Carlson. Carlson whips it cross ice for Reinhardt. Over to Tolonen. Tolonen back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt tries to slide it across. Heilman picks it up. Heilman down to Krisak. Krisak feeds it out front. Tolonen right there. Rebound chased for by Heilman. Comes out loose for Carlson. Carlson looking for open ice. Finds it on the tape of Reinhardt. Reinhardt's shot. Loose in front. Loose in front. Storm try to pinch it up against the boards. You've got Heilman, Tolonen, and Krisak battling for it. Now Heilman. He'll shoot through traffic. That gets blocked. Held in the zone by Carlson. Now gets poke checked out to the neutral ice. 36 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Carlson carries into the zone. Carlson tries to sneak one in. Picked up rebound by Krisak. Krisak feeds it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt backdoor. Carlson shot goal. Gavin Carlson picks up his second of the game. What a player, that Gavin Carlson. Carlson moves the Sabres ahead by 2 goals late in the third. There's still 31 seconds remaining in the Sabre man advantage as one penalty comes off the boards. Second goal of the game for Carlson. 2:57 remaining in the game. 30 seconds left in the Sabre power play. Now it's Hensley, Moe, Gaston, Schmitz, and Nelson. Schmitz walks in, shot, kicked wide. Schmitz grabs it as his own rebound, moves it out for Hensley. Hensley from the half wall. Hensley looks for options, moves it back down for Schmitz. Schmitz backhands it around the boards for Hensley. Now Chanhassen back to 5-on-5. Hensley will shoot, but right in the breadbasket. So back to 5-on-5 hockey. Sabres do convert on one of the penalty shots or power play opportunities. Next up for the Sabres, it's Carlson, Dornbos, Heilman, Radke, and Tolonen. Out to neutral ice. Tolonen flips it in. Sabres tag up. Tolonen holds it in the zone. Now it scoots loose. Radke last man back. Pass across. Broken up. Radke into the corner. Picks it up. shields the puck, looks for options, slides it across for Tolonen. Tolonen, cross ice pass onto the tape of Heilman. Heilman walking in, gets dragged down, no arm in the air, top of the zone, Tolonen. Tolonen, great job keeping his balance, gets it over to Dornbos, now pops loose for Radke. Radke trying to find neutral ice, but is skated out by the Sabers. Picked up by Tolonen. Tolonen will flip it into the far corner. Puck scoots loose. Radke moves it to Hensley. Hensley shields the puck almost, but gets picked off by shot through traffic. Rings around the boards, picked up top of the circle. We get a whistle. And 53 seconds remaining. Whistle from the referee. And I think they're going to say something to the effect of a high stick or a hand pass. But it'll be a offensive zone draw for the Sabres, but a timeout is called for Chanhassen. They're down by 2. They're certainly going to talk about what the appropriate time is to try to bring an extra skater on. Sabres getting a chance to take a breath. While on the other side, coach not drawing anything up, just talking about what they want to do, make sure that they've got the right personnel on the ice. At center ice, the referees are discussing where this next faceoff should be. They've already put the puck down at this spot here. So with a defensive zone draw, Storm don't have an option yet to have their extra skater on now, but certainly the intention for them would be to try and establish some offensive zone presence and be able to bring an extra skater on. Sabres with other ideas in mind. They're going to roll out with Krisak, Nelson, Moe, Hensley, and Gaston. Krisak will take the draw. Sabres win the draw. Moe taps it back for Hensley. Hensley puts it into the corner. And the Storm do get to neutral ice. They get the puck in deep. They're going to signal. And indeed, extra skater coming on now for the Storm. Empty net for Chanhassen. Flipped ahead for Krisak. Krisak gets poke checked to neutral ice. Chan gets the puck in deep. Weird carom out front. Avery has to block the goal from an awkward angle. 15 seconds remaining. Puck in the corner. Out to the top of the zone, and it doesn't come out of the zone. But a chance for the Sabres. 6 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Puck rolls in. Krisak will pin it against the boards. And Sabres come out with the W. 3-1 victory at home against Chanhassen. Another come from behind victory for this Shakopee Sabers JV team. Shakopee Sabers JV back in action on Saturday as they will pay host to Rosemont in their final home game of the season this Saturday from the Shakopee Ice Arena. Thanks for tuning in.